TheCaseSolutions.com. Hi guys. This case is about Carter Racing case study solution and analysis. For the situation study named Carter Racing, John and Fred Carter, who are responsible for a business associated with vehicle hustling, are attempting to settle on a significant choice concerning whether they ought to take part in a forthcoming Pocono race, Britain and Sitkin, 1986. The choice is effective due to the media openness that their business would appreciate because of investment, just as the money-related prize in the event of their group wins. This is a really troublesome decision, and the psyche is ceaselessly adjusting to the end. Anyway, after a broad factor to consider, I don't accept that the gathering needs to race this time. John should get more data and subtleties for the motor flopping up until he decides to race indeed for the following season. They're incalculable strategies to decide to race, or in any case for John Carter when it chooses to make. He can choose to depend on either his kindred boss repairman, Tom's view, or the motor expert Paul's assumption. In any case, regardless, the assurance should be reached by some type of quantitative examination. What is Carter Racing case study? Carter Racing needs to settle on a choice under tension about whether to race given they have encountered motor disappointment at a pace of 29%. In view of the assessment of the motor technician, the temperature is a critical driver in the reason for motor disappointment, and Carter Racing has never hustled in a particularly chilly temperature. The information accumulated by a more senior technician, who planned the supercharging framework, doesn't show a relationship between temperature and gasket failures. There are three potential situations to consider. First, on the off chance that they race and win, Carter Racing stands to acquire a $1 million sponsorship from Goodstone, and the group will feel a gigantic feeling of pride. Be that as it may, if karma permits them to win, Carter Racing additionally has the possibility of excusing the motor disappointment issues in anticipation of future races. Second, on the off chance that they race and experience motor disappointment, Carter Racing will confront their greatest explode on public TV at a significant occasion, also the deficiency of generous new sponsorships from Goodstone and their current $500,000 oil contract. Third, if Carter Racing decides to pull out, the camaraderie will be contrarily affected and their standing with key supporters might be in an in-between state. Withdrawal will likewise leave them $50,000 worse than broke for the season. Based on the absence of extra supporting information to invalidate the temperature hypothesis and the measure of monetary motivation and notoriety on the line, my suggestion is for Carter Racing to pull out and keep their driver/vehicle protected as opposed to trusting karma will be their ally. Carter Racing can utilize this as a chance to test and refine the supercharging framework, get back on stable balance, and draw in the consideration of significant patrons next season. Carter's race conclusion and decision. As it was called to attention by the motor specialist, who is a profoundly qualified professional educated about motors, the head gaskets were the underlying drivers of the motor disappointments experienced by the group, Britain and Sitkin, 1986. The technician tracked down that because of the lopsided extension rates in the head and square of the motor associating with the temperature outside their motors fizzled. Boss technicians assembled measurements on the air temperatures of each race when disappointments happened and called attention to the fact that there was no critical relationship between air temperature and motor disappointments. Nonetheless, John Carter saw that it was especially cold on the night prior to the race, and as per the information introduced by Tom Burns, out of the absolute of 10 motor disappointments that happened all through the season, 6 occurred under temperatures under 65. Likewise, of these 6, 3 motors fizzled under the temperature of 55, Britain and Sitkin, 1986. In that manner, it seems as though the ends made by Paul Edwards bode well, and the chilly climate during the Pocono race could bring about a motor disappointment for the group, prompting the deficiency of sponsorship and paint. In that manner, an official choice ought to be to pull out from the race, save the solid standing acquired by the group all through this season, and set aside some effort to deal with the improvement of the motors. The climate conditions appear to be the determinant of the probability of the race result for the group. Therefore, not the measurements of the whole season ought to be mulled over, yet just the after effects of the races that occurred under colder temperatures, and this insight unmistakably shows that the group has a high chance to endure another motor disappointment in Pocono. FAQs on karter racing case study analysis. Question number 1. What is karter? Answer. A person who drives a kart is known as a karter. It is also sometimes the surname or last name of people. Question number 2. What is the Pocono Raceway? Answer. A Pocono is a group of mountains in Pennsylvania, U.S., where the racetrack is constructed for karters race. The raceway is super speedy, shaped as a triangle. It is also called a tricky triangle. This is just a sample particle work. Please place the order on the website to get your own originally done case solution. Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe our YouTube channel. If you want any case study, visit our website, TheCaseSolutions.com.